Leaders of the various teacher unions, they've served notice to their members to avail themselves to a validation process which is expected to begin this week. And the leaders, they've already warned they will not shield any teacher who fails to submit him or herself to the process.
The warning comes on the back of a directive from the Education and Finance Ministries to all teachers in the country to submit themselves to the process as part of efforts to clean the current payroll system.
According to the Finance Ministry, the validation process is necessary to clean the current payroll system. The audit service has so far validated 5,000 teachers after it emerged about 15,000 teachers have not been validated. According to the ministry, notices will be sent by the Ghana Education Service to all regional directors to facilitate the process. Teachers are expected to submit all their data for onward submission. Leaders of the various teacher unions have pledged their support to ensure the payroll system is clean.
The validation came in because the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Education believes that some teachers have gotten into the service without passing through the appropriate channel, and that they also do not have the requisite certification. So the validation helps authenticate the documents that they have presented and to ensure that the procedure and the process in the Ghana Education Service have been adhered to. The reason why the unions are agreeing to the validation is the unions do not want to create the impression to the public that we are there to shield wrongdoers. The union is there to fight for the well-being and the interest of the teacher. The union is not there to shield wrongdoers. So we give assurance to our employers that if they want to validate, they can go ahead and validate. But when they validate, the process should be quickened so that deserving teachers will be paid their salaries.
But now we have all resolved that we will support them and that we've given some ultimatum for teachers who are affected by these promotions, upgrading and what have you, to submit their documents to the district. And that what we have to also say is that we would like to also use this opportunity to urge district directors of education to make sure that circulars, information also gets to the teachers, because some of them are in the remotest part of the country, and sometimes it becomes very difficult for them to even get access to information so far as these issues are concerned. And if you don't take care, by the time this information gets to them, the deadline would have passed. And that is why we have indicated that we are all going to work together. Even as a union leader, we are also going to send information to our members to make sure that they move and send these documents through their district education offices to GES headquarters.
Meanwhile, teachers who fail to meet the deadline by 23rd October 2015 will have their names scrapped off the payroll. Matilda Fumaga, Federal News.
The Central Regional Minister, Aquinas Kwanzaa, is challenging health professionals to complete what they learn in the classroom with research to minimize the rate of maternal mortality in Ghana.
He says maternal mortality rates have reduced drastically in other countries because health professionals there have made research a part of their calling. Aquinas Kwanzaa was speaking at the 67th anniversary of the Cape Coast Nurses and Midwifery Training College in Cape Coast.
The Cape Coast Nurses and Midwifery Training College started with a population of 4 students. Now, the school has a population of 1,400 students with 2 campuses. Speaking at the school's graduation and matriculation ceremony, which was also used to celebrate the school's 67th anniversary, the Central Regional Minister, Aquinas Kwanzaa, underscored the need for health professionals to conduct more research to supplement the knowledge acquired in the classroom. According to him, if Ghana can boast of reducing maternal mortality to the barest minimum, then health professionals in the country should be prepared to do more research.
This excellent performance of the college should indeed motivate the staff and students to protect the good image of the college by ensuring negative tendencies that can bring down the reputation of the college. Let me also use this occasion to commend you for your good work and to challenge you to do more research into healthcare delivery and come out with more innovative ways of managing the health issues, especially maternal mortality in this country.
principal of the Cape Coast Nurses and Midwifery Training College, Cecilia Mensah, charged nurses to explore the frontiers of what they have been taught to help advance societal needs.
Former President Jerry John Rawlings has asked delegates of the ruling NDC to choose selfless leaders at the party's primary schedules for next month.
He made the call during the campaign launch of his daughter's bid to become the next Member of Parliament for the Klote-Kole constituency. The former president, who made a surprise appearance at the event, described his daughter, Senator Rawlings, as a selfless person who will serve the people of Ghana well. He called on the party faithful in the constituency to vote massively for her in the primaries. He also charged the supporters to deride candidates who will use money and other items to influence their votes.
And make promises we know we can't keep. And whatever promises we make are based on the reality of what is possible. We are having discussions at every meeting and interacting with the people in the various wards to have a better understanding of the problems that are faced by the people there, so that when we're creating a development plan, it is tailored to the needs of the people. It's not just a
time back. Nyagbamen register kanibi ye fe ke nkanya hale jeke achole zandeto zewo sinyeke ha anukwale fe nyeke ha anukwale ni webo.
When I say vote for her, it is not because of her name, Senator Rawlings, but because you are voting for truthfulness.
Yeah, me man. Nyechwa wa party me nyechwa executives again. You need femo. Amale femo bonsani femo.
Brothers and sisters, show our party executives that you are tired of the stealing, falsehood and evil doing. We want good and kind people.
One town, etapa femo. Jeme wale yo. Ke wa chake was.
If we don't change our way of doing things, we will suffer.
From Kufuor time in the office, but the mills stay. Can you aware when an attorney the Fetoma Abba Dane Tagle Dabi in Nanibi Comeni Yano, ni before ni bagbe washing. About the enemy. There were other attempts to rescue the integrity of the party, fail but fail, right into the last elections. Now, Jativi Kanibi, now I vote for the wrong people.
I keep saying this all the time, and I have been made to look like I'm always being unnecessarily critical of government. But it is because I have seen certain things within our party that are bad, even including bribing people with TVs and things to vote for the wrong people.
What decided again? One town, one town,
now see how we are suffering. We want truthful and good people, not those who treat us scornfully after we vote for them.
You know, the lady herself who wants to become the Member of Parliament for that very area on the ticket of the NDC, Dr. Zaneto Rawlings, says through consultations with the constituents, she has put together a development plan for Klote-Kole, which will be implemented when she comes into power.
We're not going to stand there and make promises we know we can't keep. And whatever promises we make are based on the reality of what is possible. We are having discussions at every meeting and interacting with the people in the various wards to have a better understanding of the problems that are faced by the people there, so that when we're creating a development plan, it is tailored to the needs of the people. It's not just a general blueprint that we just use. There is a blueprint, but it has to be tailored according to the individual needs of the various communities that make up the Klote-Kole constituency. So we are not in the business of sharing money for votes, nor are we in the business of making promises we cannot keep. We are committing ourselves to work together with the members of the constituency to make something positive happen. We're investing in people, we're looking into sanitation, and we're looking at employment and skills development. We're looking at enhancement of the health of the people.
Oh, Dr. Zanato Ajaman Rollins.
Well, budgets, works and developmental projects under the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly will have to wait for another 21 days as members of the Assembly failed for the second time to elect a presiding member.
And the election on Saturday was characterized by chaotic scenes of name-calling and verbal exchanges over proxy voting. And for a second time, both candidates could not garner the 98 votes critical to win the seat. Administrators fear fee-fixing, developmental projects and budgets could be delayed for a long time if the status quo remains. We'll bring a report by Lava Firm's Erastus Asaridonko.
On the 6th October this year, immediate past presiding member Nana Kofi Senya pulled 68 votes to beat the chief of Edum, Nana Chei Kesibafo, who gained 65 votes. When polls open again, Nana Chei Kesi had 74 against 59 pulled by Nana Kofi Senya. None had required the 98 votes to win the seats. Members voted to postpone the elections to 21 days from now, but Edumhene Nana Chei Kesi advised his opponent Nana Senya to step down for Kumasi business to move on, an advice rejected by the latter. Earlier, the exercise was delayed for about 30 minutes amidst name-calling and verbal exchanges over decision by the EC to allow proxy voting, a decision which was later cancelled. The back and forth comes at a cost and seeks to delay budgets, works and development at the grassroots.
The Ghanaian economy is heavily reliant on agriculture, and so the rural farmer is crucial to the advancement of not only the sector but the economy as a whole.
Many farmers are, however, losing their lands to estate developers and commercial firms who offer traditional leaders good money for farmlands, depriving these rural folks of their incomes.
The Ghanaian economy is heavily reliant on agriculture, and the rural farmer is crucial to the advancement of not only agriculture but the economy as a whole. Many farmers are, however, losing their lands to estate developers and commercial firms who offer traditional leaders good money for farmlands, depriving these rural folks of their livelihood. Abokobi, a small farming community in the Ga East municipality in the Greater Accra region, is faced with such a challenge. Several farmers here have lost their farmlands. Many of them have diverted into other areas of farming. Mary and her husband have taken up the grass cutter business after they lost their farmlands to estate developers. She shares how profitable the business has been over the period. Why did you decide to go into grass cutter business?
There are no farmlands, so we had to go into grass cutter business because it does require much space. We have benefited a lot from this business. We are now able to pay our children's school fees. We have not regretted venturing into this business.
How many years now?
20. Yaton Bibri, and I can't tell Yaton 100 school fees. Your home, Abuai. If I saw Bibri,
how many grass cutters are here? More the chassis.
You're the 10 chassis.
10.
Okay. We started with 10 grass cutters. Today we have a total of 165 grass cutters. This business has high demand.
Say I have 165.
General, tell me, 5 years down the lane, what regret to say about business we are now over the past 5 years? Have you regretted doing this business?
Yes, young grass cutter. If you say, if I saw him be brave, it will not be said. You better also buy me. First, na we kuwa na woho. Okay. Na eyo mana the sense ye nsu. Keji nsu kan. Nti omo koso na
I'm very happy we ventured in.
Marinati is also a cattle dairy farmer. She processes the milk she gets from the cattle into yogurt. She explains the process.
Okay. We pile it in the fridge for the midtime. Okay. After finishing, then pile it for some time. Then pasteurize it before we used to do the yogurt. Okay.
So what goes into pasteurizing the milk? Do you add some additives to it?
When you pasteurize, then we put it in the bowl for cooling down small. Sieving it. After sieve, then we have cocoa, it's culture. We have culture. Then we put it inside. After sieve it, then we put it for bowl or ice chest to cover it with hot water. Put small hot water inside for 4 hours. After 4 hours, then turn to yogurt. Then we put it in the fridge.
And in commemorating World Food Day, which fell on October 16, Food for All Ghana has kick-started a campaign to raise funds towards building food banks in West Africa. And all these to just support the less privileged in our society.
The group, as part of its campaign, is seeking to break the Guinness Book of Record with the longest table in West Africa, aimed at providing food for all.
Food for All Ghana campaign is a food wastage, hunger and food recovery project by Chefs for Change Ghana Foundation in partnership with Save Food. The main aim of the occasion was to provide food to the less privileged and also set the longest table in West Africa. President of Food for All Ghana explained that the aim of the program was not only to break the world record, but to help the less privileged in providing food for them and also sensitize people to avoid food wastage.
Very much. Today, as part of our UN World Food Day activities, which we always mark every year, this time we are attempting a Guinness World Record for the longest table in the world. So by the end of the day, this table, if it measures 1,600 meters in length, it means Food for All Ghana and the Matic Foundation as putting Ghana's name into the Guinness World Record. We are doing this to raise more awareness on food wastage and to raise awareness on the inefficiencies in our food supply system, and also to raise funds in building West Africa's first food bank in Ghana.
Some sponsors of the program who provided food for people spoke about what motivated them to participate in the program.
The intention is basically to provide food to the needy, to also support them, to make them feel welcomed. This is an opportunity to reach out to them, to tell them that they are being loved, they are cherished, and at the same time to tell them that Ghana cares for them.
We sponsoring this program is for people to know that yes, Indomie means everywhere, anytime. And also at the end of this program, our main aim is for people to know Indomie love them, for them also to love them.
Other celebrities also graced the occasion with their support by giving a helping hand to the program. According to them, they hope they would be able to break the record.
The core of the event is the fact that we're preaching the wastage of food. But the world record is like, it throws a spotlight on Ghana as a country and what we're doing. As to whether we can break the world record, we're still in the process. We're still arranging the tables. We're almost getting to the end of it. If we're able to hit 1,409, we have broken the world record.
The elderly and children who were also present at the occasion expressed their views about the program and how this is helping them.
All Ghanaians should have the encourage to support the orphanage homes and those who are on the streets.
We should be giving out and be helping each other to, have enough to eat.
And that's it for the news, but make sure, as always, within the next few hours remaining for us to go through this very show, you get interactive on our social network page. And on Facebook, we always have the very lively page, Joy News on TV, which always has a link to our Twitter handle at Joy News on TV.
Stay with us. We'll come back and check out what is trending.